It's the Line Makers on Sporting News, presented by Jack Daniels. Interesting football game to gear you up for. The Giants at Cincinnati in this spot in faraway places. The Giants opened 6, it's down to 4. Total on the game is 48.5. Richie, let me start with you. About a month ago, the way Manning was going, we were talking, Breeze and Rodgers and Brady. And hey, at what point does Manning get in the discussion? And maybe he's even on top of them. Since we said that, he's been groping at it. What's going on?
I can't tell you. I think the defense is just dropping back on him. They're letting him run the ball. They can't do it. Last 4 games, he's gone under 200 yards 3 times. Two touchdowns and 4 picks. He's not very effective. Missed the fourth quarter, turned into missed the 4 and out last week against Pittsburgh, giving up the 10-point lead too.
What do you think of the total then, with that kind of struggling?
Well, it was against really good defenses. When you look at the 4 games, he was at San Francisco, at Dallas, and against Pittsburgh. The other game was against Washington, whose defense isn't bad, but that's 3 really solid defenses. So I'm going to give him a pass and say he destroys this defense.
I like it. I know that's a good point, based on who they played last. Now let's talk about the Bengals, Kenny. You got some numbers that are pretty telling here, just from a bettor's perspective. Tough to be back in the Bengals at home.
Well, the Bengals just this year, they're 2-5-1 ATS, but at home, Marvin Lewis is 10-17-1 their last 28 home games. Not very good, right? Is that right, Richie? 10-17?
Yeah, that's right. I know that their 3 wins are against teams that are 6-20. I know that. They're not beating anybody good.
Not shocking, though, right? I mean, this was a team, one of several we identified, that bloomed on the scene last year out of nowhere, hadn't been in the playoffs forever. Teams like this do regress, and they kind of fit that profile.
Well, they do. I think, it's all who you play and when you play and how healthy you are, and I think that has a lot to do with this Cincinnati Bengal team, because I think Dalton's gotten better. The team just hasn't played better.
Absolutely. 3 of the games that they lost in their 4-game losing streak, they were tied or had the lead going in the fourth quarter, and that's the way the ball bounces in this league. They could easily be 5-3 instead of 3-5, and then we're talking differently about this matchup. 2
of the best numbers crunchers in the world sitting right here. All right, this game's at 4.
Serial crunchers.
What happens here the rest of the week?
I've heard serial killers. I think the game continues to come down. The line's too high. Pittsburgh played at Cincinnati a few weeks back. The game was pick'em. Giants were just 3 at home against Pittsburgh. About an even matchup. This game shouldn't be any more than 3 on the road.
What'd you make this game?
We also have the angle you like to follow is after Pittsburgh. Yes. Such a physical game, and you're going on the road. I think it's 6-3 in first place. I think the Giants maybe go through the motions a little bit here, even though they come off a loss. I think Richie's right for once. I think he's going to see the game go down to 3.5.
The boys bringing their A game. We'll see if the Giants bring their A game to Cincinnati to take on the Bengals.